put it, man? I mean, like these players today, man, they don't really respect how tough it was to play in that era. You know how tough it is when you have to go to the basket and get your teeth knocked out, go to the basket, get your head knocked off, and go to the basket and be on the ground and stuff like that, and all of a sudden nobody wants to pick you up. They don't understand that stuff.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope y'all having a good day so far. So I'm continuing the journey to plow through all the oldest members requests, and I got a double header for you guys today. We got another one coming for the After Dark. So here's the deal: we are down to 33 requests. I'm actually there's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, so we'll see. As long as I don't get bombarded with a whole bunch of members requests in the next couple of weeks, I think we might actually have a shot at catching up, which would be incredible and something I never thought we could do. But we'll see. I can do my part. We'll see what happens on the other end. Wink, wink, members. Anyways, guys, this video is titled "Michael Jordan's Stories Told by NBA Players: Trash Talk and More Stories." Part 1. Very nice, which let me see. This came out a year ago, so there might actually be more parts to it. So yeah, this was sent by a member, and I'm going in a little blind here. So this is from a channel called Dig AGZ. I'd never heard of it until now, but let's do it. This video got 513,000 views, so apparently they did something right with this video. Let's check it out together, huh? I'm linking the original video down below in the description. Like I said, I'm not subscribed yet, but if I like the video, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe myself. So the link is down below for you guys. You'll see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys, and shout out to your awesome video requests. It's been a great little relationship we have here. You know, when sometimes there's something I want to react to that I find on my own, and I feel really important, and then other times, man, you guys got me covered for the most part, so I really do appreciate you. Anyways, let's get on with it, guys. Let's see what these stories are. We've heard a lot of them, but I feel like there's been so many podcasts since you know, the old guard of these Jordan stories told by NBA players, that I think we have a whole bunch of new ones. I mean, players like Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J has talked out, like, you know, like we got KG and Paul Pierce doing everything. Like, there's so many new stories about Jordan floating around. Anyways, let's get to it, guys. Like the video if you could, I'd appreciate it, and let's rock.
It's hard to beat solo mission with stats.
The takeoff spin on me so quick, man. I should be standing there. I'd be like, oh shit, where is he at? That must be. Oh Lord.
In the last 2 minutes of the game, a young kid named Michael Jordan took over.
Yeah.
This is how I got my name, Michael M.
You stepped on that court with MJ. Did he have a glow?
I swear to God, he had the orange joint. Hey, listen, I'm not even lying.
No, look, so look,
you ever look into the sun? I want to, don't do this, but look into the sun, and if you look into the sun and look back at something, you're gonna see like a green, right? Man, listen, and you know, and from North Carolina, to hear that,
Jordan, you gonna see an orange?
Lord, listen, I'm in Chicago, I hear it. The nigga walk out here, I swear to God, it seems like everything is stopped. This nigga is moving like in slow motion. Every motherfucker in here looking at him, and he know it.
Right.
Never seen a nigga on the stage like bro, you know.
Who is biggest shit?
Yeah, I wonder if MJ ever listens to any of this stuff. Like, if he hears his peers speaking so highly of him as though he's a god, I wonder what what does he do? What does he do? Just like take a sip of his liquor and smoke a cigar and just laugh? Like, what else can you do?
Talker during your
Hold up. Trash talker?
Never seen a nigga on the stage like bro, you know.
Who is biggest shit talker during your era?
Oh, no question, MJ. No question. No question, MJ. This goes back to the Space Jam runs. I never said anything to MJ. You know, he respected people that didn't back down.
Right. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there were days where it was a little thin in there in the runs at Space Jam. Guys were going back to their teams or whatever, and then us LA guys were still stuck there. And then all of a sudden, the MJ's in, everybody just, all right, I got him. I'll guard him. Cause what? You're just gonna get your ass kicked. That's all. You know, you're gonna learn something. What they say, the ass whoopings builds character, right? It builds
true.
character, and you learn.
It builds something.
You learn, right? You learn from losing. You learn from getting your butt kicked.
Yeah,
You don't
that's the
learn.
whole argument about Scottie Pippen guarding him every day in practice. Like, great defenders they aren't just born great defenders; they have to become. And what a better way to become a great defender than having to go against the greatest offensive machine we've ever seen every single day in practice.
From winning all the time.
Right.
So I learned a lot from MJ in those Space Jam runs. Just how hard he goes, his dedication to the game, what he's doing. Like, we was with him all summer. This dude worked hard.
Yeah.
I see where Kobe get it from.
Yeah.
Kobe was picking his brains. You know what I mean? That's his little brother. He passed that down to him. Like, these dudes are great for a reason. They outwork you and they got talent.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was it like for you having to guard MJ? Like, what were you thinking about the night before? What was going through your head when you saw MJ coming up on the schedule?
Oh my goodness, man. You look at that shit when they bring out the schedule in the summertime, when they put them goddamn schedules out, you look and you put that damn mark on Chicago. And you just, the night before, as you asked me shit, man, that shit be rough. I mean, man, thinking about this shit, what you got to do tomorrow, and you don't want to get embarrassed, and you know this motherfucker don't know how to stop coming at you. He gonna just like you just keep coming and coming, and keep that damn foot on your throat, man, and he just keep coming, and man, you just have to do some shit try to do some shit to him that nobody else ever did, to try to get him off his square. But shit, you know, you can't touch him. You can't do nothing to him, man. So, and man, I just tried to do a shit that nobody else would do to him. But Mike is Mike, man. The best player ever, man, I ever played. Because I never thought I'd see nothing like that, man. I used to see the bottom of that motherfucking tennis shoes, man. When that motherfucker take off, spin on me so quick, man, I used to be standing. I'd be like, oh shit, where is he at? That motherfucker be. Boom, I was like, oh, Lord, I just try to run back my head there, because everybody like, oh, shit, and he'd come up behind you. You know, Michael, he's some funny child shit. He gonna run up behind you, hit you on your ass like that. Man, don't put your hands on me. You're on a different jersey, man. You don't touch
A different
jersey. That's what he do to you, man. But Mike, man, is the best, man. I mean.
Do you remember Anthony Peter?
Dude, I love X, dude. What can I say about it? He's one of those dudes who just like he curses as just part of his natural language. You know, it flows so perfectly. I want to see him be like a streamer where he's just like streaming live reactions to stuff, or he's like playing a game or something like that where he's just commentating. It would be the funniest commentary ever.
Yes.
Okay, so
out of Missouri, right?
Out of Missouri.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Do you remember Anthony Peeler?
Anthony Peeler, yeah.
Okay, so
out of Missouri, right?
Out of Missouri.
Yeah.
So we got Chicago Bulls coming in town, and unfortunately, I got a sprained ankle.
Oh, I know this one.
And so,
did you say fortunately?
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I enjoy guarding Mike because he was, you know, the one thing I did with Mike is I never got him pissed off. You know, he make a shot, you say, "Good shot, Mike." You know, you don't talk trash to him so he can go off for 60. You know, you try to kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
You don't try to talk trash to him. So they're getting off the bus. We're done with shooting around.
Soften
We're
him up.
walking out, and MJ says, "B. Scott, what's going on?" I said, "What's up, MJ?" He said, "Man, I hear that you're not playing tonight." I said, "No, I sprained my ankle." He said, "Who's guarding me?" I said, "Anthony Peeler." He said, "Oh, 50. So I come to the arena, and I said, "Anthony, let me just give you some advice on playing MJ." I said, "First of all, don't be all physical like you always trying to be and rough with the guys, because he gonna take that shit personal." I said, "Give him space, make him shoot jump shots all night."
Yeah.
And challenge him. I said, and if they go in, you know, that's the bottom line. But if you get up on him, now you getting to the bucket, you getting to the free throw line. I said, he already said he getting 50. Yeah, I got him, B. I said, oh, okay. So every time MJ scored, he looked over at the bench at me, because I was just sitting there like this. Right? He had 54.
Ooh, 54.
And missed the wide open dunk. You know, had a breakaway dunk. Bam, in the back.
That was the one that went all the way back to half court. Yeah, I remember that game.
54. And he did it like wasn't nothing. Looked at me every time. I said,
Nasty.
the dude was a man playing against boys damn near. I mean, he was one of those guys, you know, I didn't fear anybody, but when I played against him, I said, I ain't pissing him off. You know what I mean, Jay?
That's how I was with Kobe.
I'm pretty sure that's fear.
Only guy I would look at, I ain't gonna piss him off. He hit a shot, it'd be a good shot. Good shot, MJ. I said, I ain't pissing him off because I've seen him go for 40, 50 like it ain't nothing because the guys, being aggressive or trying to be overly physical with him. I said, I ain't pissing him off. Everybody else, I don't give a shit. But him, Black Jesus, I ain't messing with him like that.
So how was he guarding Michael Jordan? I said, well, the way I guarded Michael is I'm gonna play back, I'm gonna make him shoot jump shots. I said, but the other thing is every time he hit a shot, I was like, man, good shot, MJ. That's a hell of a shot, dog. I'm right there. I said, if you kill him with kindness, I said, but if you talk shit,
oh yeah,
just one little word, you might have, man, that's all he need.
That's the end of your night.
That's it. So I would be like, hey, only guy ever that I guarded that I would be like, hey, MJ, that was a good shot, dog. I complimented him the whole night every time he made him shot. Even when he missed it, I'd be like, oh, damn, dog, that was right there. I said, because the one thing I ain't gonna do is piss him off.
No.
I said, because he'll get 60.
Man, you got a really good haircut. Yeah. Is it a straight edge or was that a clipper? You bring your guy with you?
I didn't piss him off.
And
it's so funny. These are great.
We're playing this exhibition game.
Oh, this is old,
going through the motion. And Chuck Person, who's on my team, who's a trash talker as well, is like, can you believe Michael Jordan, the guy everyone's talking about, who's supposed to be able to walk on water, you're out here killing him, Reg. This is in the first half. He's like, you should be talking to him. He's like, you're right, Michael, who do you think you are? The great Michael Jordan? That's right, there's a new kid on town, right? Kind of looks at me and starts shaking his head. So at half, I have 10 and he has 4 points, right? And I'm doing all this talking. He's like, okay. End of the game in the second half, he ended up with 44 and I ended up with 12. So he outscored me 40-2. And as he's walking off, he's like, be sure and be careful. You never talk to Black Jesus like that. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Black Jesus. I'm so sorry. Did you ever do it again? Never to Michael Jordan. Never to Michael.
Well, first of all, I wear the number because of Mike. I think I fell in love with the game because of Mike, just seeing what he was able to accomplish. But I felt like Mike was so, when you're growing up and you seeing Michael Jordan, it's almost like a god. So I didn't never believe I could be Mike. So I started to focus myself on other players and other people around my neighborhood because I never thought that you could get to a point where Mike was. So I think that helped shape my game. And I think the biggest thing for me sitting here today after breaking the all-time scoring record in playoff history is that I did it just being me. I did pretty much everything that MJ did when I was a kid. I shot fadeaways before I should have. I wore a leg sleeve on my leg and folded it down so you saw the red part.
For no reason.
I wore black and red shoes with white socks. I wore short shorts so you could see my undershorts underneath. I didn't go bald like Mike, but
yeah, you did.
I'm getting there. But I'm getting there. But it'd be post-career though. That's the only thing I didn't do. But other than that, I did everything Mike did. I even wore a wristband on my forearm. So
yeah, I did too.
I didn't do the hoop ring either. That was Mike. But I did everything Mike did, man. I wanted to be Mike. And so for my name to come up in any discussion with Michael Jordan or Kareem or all these great guys that has paved the way for myself and Tristan and Kev and Swish, it's just a wow factor. I don't really have nothing to say.
I'm gonna tell you how bad he is and how great he is. He still almost blocked it.
Right.
He still almost blocked it, and I got him good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got him good, man.
Man,
There's no denying it.
In the aftermath of it, because I didn't know what I was. I knew that I was telling all my friends and my family that if I ever got a chance, if he ever guarded me, that I was gonna try my move on the greatest player to ever play. So I knew I was gonna do it. When he got on me, that's why I backed up. Yeah. I said, "Oh, here we go." I didn't get nervous.
I mean, he did almost block it though. He was right there. Allen Iverson got him, but considering MJ's never seen this before, look at this. He was right there. Wow.
Like you said, just young.
Money.
You know what I mean? And just confident. So my heart won't thumping or nothing like that. I won't, You know what I mean? I did it like I would do it any other time. You know, I done caught millions of people with it. You know what I mean? And I got him, but I've gotten people way worse than him, but it's him.
It's him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
So that's the big deal. And it was I don't know, man. That night I was like, damn, you know, but we had lost, so it was bittersweet.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to a Charlotte game when he was, you know, doing his thing in Charlotte. And I went to a game, he took me up in the suite or whatever, and, you know, I remember just everybody, I had my homeboys with him, and I was just praising him. And my man pulled me aside, he was like, Chuck, man, stop that shit, man. Like, man, you a superstar too, man. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, I just can't help it. I love this dude. I was like, you know what I mean? He was like, man, you don't love me because you wouldn't have crossed me up like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's it like
I love it, though. That means he never forgot. That's great.
playing against Michael Jordan?
It was cool. It was
You're one of the few guys that can say that.
Wow, I've never seen this.
Right. It was actually cool, man, because it gave us the opportunity to work harder because we knew these guys was coming, and once we start playing them and once we got in the playoff with these guys, but it's like it's hard to keep that guy under 30 points. It was hard, but he was that good, man.
You guys had what they called the Jordan rules.
We came up with that saying with Jordan because this is what Chuck was saying. If Michael goes to the basket, put his ass on the ground. And I put his ass, because you know, once he up there, you know, you gotta hit him. You gotta hit him. I mean, every time he went to the basket, we hit him and stuff like that. So, but and I say I got a lot of credit, man. I mean, like these players today, man, they don't really respect how tough it was to play in that era. You know how tough it is when you have to go to the basket, get your teeth knocked out, go to the basket, get your head knocked off, and then go to the basket and be on the ground and stuff like that, and all of a sudden nobody wants to pick you up. They don't understand that stuff, how we played. And guess what, though? That's why I call Michael the greatest basketball player ever, because he got his ass handed to him a lot. Because we hit him, man.
So Jordan was tough.
Jordan even said, I had to get back in the weight room. I had to go to the weight room because
I disagree. A dub?
That's awesome. That was. I never heard any of that before. That's great.
Beating Michael Jordan by a dub. I don't know, man. That man, you're talking. You're talking about a guy who thrived. Like, he was single-handedly beating the dream team opponents when he got mad. You know, you heard the dream team story when they played against the college kids, and the college kids came in and they won the first one because they set Michael Jordan, and they said we're sitting Michael Jordan on purpose, you know. And then when they put him in, they beat him by like 30-40. Yeah. You know, he's the different breed. He's a different mindset. With those
This was Gilbert Arenas, the way he talked before he was affiliated with LeBron and Clutch, by the way. It's like night and day, isn't it?
teams, you got a defensive-minded team versus an offensively-minded team. Even though both teams can do the opposite, Golden State can play defense, but it's one of those things, who stops Michael? See, they have players that can contain you. They might not stop Steph. I mean, they might not stop Kevin Durant and Steph, but they have bodies that will give them a run for their money.
Well, I mean, they stopped LeBron.
Huh?
They stopped LeBron.
Who?
The Warriors.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's different.
There. And that's how you know he's completely changed because of his associations.
This is different type of, this is just a different type of motor.
So you're saying that Jordan's more clutch than LeBron?
He's more explosive off the 1-2 step. So, you know, LeBron is like a train. Once he gets to moving, like when you see him jot, it's those, after he gets his first 2 steps, then it's like, whew, all right, freight train. You know, with Jordan, his first 2 steps were just cat-like. So when you have him in the half court and he decides to do this and go, it's too late. So I don't see you containing Michael, period.
In the last 2 minutes of the game, a young kid named Michael Jordan took over by himself. Freshman. Freshman.
Yeah, Carolina.
Young kid named Michael I was like, who is this kid right here, man? And so I knew this. He was going to be a great pro. I didn't know he going to be that good of a pro, but that kind of set the tone for me in my thoughts of what I saw. And like I said, if you haven't played against Mike, you have no clue. Mm-hmm. You have no clue how good he is.
I think it was because
that's what Kobe said too. That's what a lot of people say, and we've only watched him. But everybody who ever went against him says you ain't seen nothing. Like having to actually be there and guard him, completely night and day thing from watching him on TV.
Game I had previously. So we are in Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room in suit and tie, and I'm like, "What this son of a gun coming to our locker room for?" I'm thinking he going to training room or something. And he walks by me. He walks by Kevin Willis. He gets to Randy with me. He taps him on his leg. He said, "Lace him up. It's going to be a long night." And I'm shocked. I didn't know what to say. So he's walking out. And I didn't know what to say. And I just yelled something. I said, "Well, you tell that somebody, Scottie Pippen, I'm going to kick his ass." I didn't know what to say. He had 60 that night.
Right. He actually dropped 61 points that night. I looked it
60.
Up.
Well, anyway, it was over 60 when he got that night. But, man. And I think we ended up winning that game, I believe. Anyway, he had 60 that night, but it was a heck of a game. Oh, he competes at everything. I don't care what it is. It could be on the golf course, anywhere, drinking a glass of water, it don't matter. Who could drink it the fastest? He's gonna bet on it. He's so competitive that way.
Yeah, I saw him talking about it was after they won the three-peat in NASCAR, and he said he's still the same way. He said even to the point where he is, if it's time to get dressed and get out with his wife, for instance, he's like, I'm still cursed. I can't stop it. I will get ready before her and consider that a win. He's still competing on everything with everyone all the time. And we thought he might have slowed down when he got older. Nope, he did not. I think when Jordan said in The Last Dance that he's cursed, I get it. I think I understand what he means now, because he can't shake this competitiveness. He can't get rid of it.
That's what makes him so great, because his willingness to not accept losing. And there's only very few in this game to ever do that.
Yeah, MJ, when it was me, Dennis, and James Edwards, Ron Harper on that team. And, Ron Harper used to give Michael the numbers. Well, then people when he was don't know that.
Yeah, pre-injury, he was good.
He was.
Harper was a problem.
He was.
He used to talk about it in the Laker locker room all the time.
He was a problem when he was healthy.
He was. And MJ, we're in a practice, and Phil says, tell him to go home, and he didn't know why, and he waited. And he was like, all right, we're playing for minutes, scrimmage for minutes. And MJ came in, nah, you ain't putting me out. And he had on regular tennis shoes. They looked like Vans, but they were Nike. And he had his sweats cut and rolled at the bottom. He thought he was fly. He wasn't. But, you don't say nothing to the Messiah. And he was like, yeah, put all the Pistons on that team, Wood Harp, and put Randy Brown over there. And Harp was pissed because Black Randy Brown was. And we're playing. And all of a sudden, I'm running back, and MJ gets a steal. And I go, and he's about to do the right hand jump. I said, I know exactly what dunk you're gonna try. I'm getting this. I don't care. And I drop step and turn around about to jump. And as I'm about to jump, his midsection is moving past my face. And you try to bring yourself down. He was like, block this, bitch. And I'm like, I take the ball out, boom. I'm staying in the hotel behind the facility. So I would jump the fence. And I go home, I call my mother. She's like, how is it? I said, Ma, I just saw the greatest player of all time. She said, it took you that long to admit it. I go, yeah, it took me this long to admit it. But I just saw him play in tennis shoes, no tape, no knee brace, no wristband, sweatpants on, t-shirt, and a practice jersey, and thought he was in the finals against us. Like, he literally thought he was reliving the 80s. And I was like, yeah, this dude is on next level.
I don't know. I have very long fingers. I can sense a good shot and a bad shot. If it comes off these 3 fingers, I feel good about the shot. If it comes off these 2, then my mechanics got screwed up somewhere.
That was great. Let's block this bitch. I don't know why. Every time I hear it, because that's not the first time I've heard Sally say that one, but that one always reminds me of just like Dave Chappelle and like it's a Prince story or something, you know? Like it's one of those elusive, mysterious Prince stories. He just showed up and busted the old Pistons' ass and then disappeared. You know, he's just flying through the air. Anyways, that's freaking great, man. I've heard most of those, but I definitely didn't hear a couple of them. Like that Dennis Rodman one was pretty cool. And I like to hear these old Pistons takes, you know, because between Dennis Rodman and Sally, they went from, you know, they were the bad boy Pistons enforcing the Jordan rules on him, and then later on they were teammates. So, you know, they were on one end trying to beat him to a pulp and then wondering why the hell it's not working and why does this guy keep getting up, and then eventually overcoming them, to being on his team, practicing with him, and then realizing, oh, that's why. Like, this guy's crazy, you know, because they didn't know what he was doing in practice, and he's just as intense in practice as he is in the games, if not even more. And that's just nuts, man. Like, can you imagine that nowadays? Like, you're not taped up, you don't have the right shoes on, all this stuff, and, you know, you're playing in the NBA. You're like one of those guys, you know, those protected guys, and you're just out there just hooping hardcore, you know, at a level of 10. Anyways, like, no way would they allow anything like that these days. But MJ, man, love of the game clause. Nobody could ever tell him not to play when he wanted to play or how he wanted to play. I love that, man. It makes me wonder if anybody else has ever gotten that clause before, during, or after Jordan's career. Like, is that a thing? Like, you know, we see nowadays like weight clauses and stuff like that. Anybody have a love for the game clause so they can play anytime they want and not get in trouble with their contract? Anyways, just curious, guys. This was a fun one. Thank you for watching with me. I never get sick of these old stories. And yeah, do me a favor, like the video on the way out. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I will see you all in the comments. And most importantly is to be water, my friends. Peace out.